Woo! Might not be able to hold myself back on this stuff sometimes. Look at that, $5,000. It's a blimmin' Mercedes CLK 200. It's a bit hard to tell here, but that's actually a coupe Mercedes Benz. Just what you need when you're a single man with excess cash. It actually says there. Coupe, automatic. It's only 2 litre, but it's done fairly low miles. And lousy $5,000. I might, you know, you keep your hands in your pockets sometimes. I want to show some of the Americans this one. Now I was looking through, and it just, the guy selling it is selling it because someone's died. I talk about a cocked up blooming thing. A true country car because it's got a true country car, including the installation of a tow bar. There's no bloody tow bar on the damn thing. Anyway, basically deceased estate. But I was sort of a little bit, wait a minute, when I seen this. 6-cylinder 3.8 litre S petrol. The friggin' hell's an S petrol? But the penny dropped because I knew somebody back in the town that I grew up as a kid, and they had one of these when we went back several years ago to. That's it there. She's a. They're not too bad looking machine actually, but never mind what they look like. This is something that GM bought out just for 1 year. Just 1 year. It's a long wheelbase luxury model, not a sports model. It is indeed a 3.8 litre 6-cylinder. And they did have a V8, but they also had this option as well. And apparently this one had the power of a V8 even though it was a 6-cylinder. Now you might start to work out what S means. So a lot of people said it's got the power of V8 but the efficiency of a 6-cylinder. So many people who were going to buy a V8 went and bought this instead because it was more efficient. And they haven't really had any real problems with them. They've worked fairly well. Alternator. You see your 3 coil packs. What's that thing there? What the bloody hell is the pulley with a great big bloomin' cone-shaped casting with 3 lines in it there? You know what it is? It's a bloody supercharger. Just for one model, they decided it would be a good idea to try it all out, and it all functions and it all works well. And I haven't really heard much about it, so I don't know, they may have had problems, but I mean, hey, you know, the thing's built in 2000 and it's still going, you know. So, I'm not saying they haven't had stuff done to the supercharger, but you know, make the generalised assumption they're not too much of a problem, but I could be wrong because, you know, but they never had any early problems, I know that for a fact. And, you know, fuel efficiency of a 6 with a power of a V8, but that's just that one model had it, and that was it. They've also got a model that only went for a year or two, I think it was about 2 years, that's actually, you're not going to believe this, 4-wheel drive, and it's like a bog standard family car. It's only just a different little plate on the back and particular mag wheels, and they also, for some reason, they'd have like a little bit of a shade / spoiler thing just above the back of them. But I believe they were all station wagons, and they were also all 4-wheel drive, and you could get a 6-cylinder one or a V8 one. And there's a guy I work with who had one. He's the maintenance guy, and that was, you know, his good vehicle, really his wife's car. And there's also, one of my mum's friends had one, and she had trouble selling it because one of the kids had vomited in the back carpet and it stunk a bit. But But yeah, she eventually sold that as well. And, you know, no problems that I know of. I mean, they, you know, yeah, they also had, they only ever had a normal single cab, like pickup truck version. We call it a ute when we get like a family car, but it's actually a pickup truck. It's extremely common. The concept was invented over here, and they're fucking everywhere. So you've got the luxury of a car, all the same engine, same steering wheel, seats, doors, and then everything past the doors is pickup truck, but same engine and everything. I've driven one once that was 100% propane, just dedicated like no gasoline tank in it, just propane, and that was a company vehicle, and that was, oh shit, not even a year old. And I drove another, well, I reversed in another government one once when I was working for filling in for someone on holidays in local government. Yeah, they're sort of, yeah. My mechanic got one, and then, you know, he ran up a few miles in it, and then he found another identical one, just a different colour, with like little tiny dings on the door, like, you know, someone had, you know, the front gate had swung open and hit the door like way too many times, and on the fenders and stuff like that. And he patched it up with a little bit of bog, just tiny little dings, but there was like about 8 of them on one side or something like that. Repainted it, and now he's got one that looks identical to his previous one, except a lower mileage. So yeah. But anyway, I thought I'd show that because they're fucking rare as hen's teeth. Although, you know, they're not really I don't know, you just, you know, you just don't see them, and it was just that one model. And sometimes GM does these bizarre just one model type things. But yeah, that is, yeah, it's not a bad price for what it is, and the mileage is about 140, 150,000, something like that. And yeah, it's almost 160. It would be about 160. Yeah.